We're just waiting on 1,000.
Yeah, so 1,000. Whenever you're good to go.
I just went back to check the beginning of my race. I love that my last PB date was so long ago, no one remembers.
We're on. We are live. Hello. We welcome to the next match of the Speed Simpsons All Story Missions Tournament 2022.
LT versus Zoton. Very close personal best. Group standing 3rd and 4th. This is going to be good. Very, very good.
Oh yeah, both runners have been cooking. We are ready to roll.
LT on 60, Zoton on 150. Could be anyone's game here.
It's a good chat. We do need someone in chat to cash out the prediction, but apart from that, we are basically good to go. And if both of the runners are ready to roll.
Wait, was there a prediction we had that was sitting around from last time, or did you mean just start the prediction?
The prediction for Homer, Steele, and Cliffrus has not been cashed out yet.
Oh. I'm surprised no one complained about that.
Oh, wait, that is the second message in chat. Do not worry.
Oh, good.
Typically it gets done at the start of the next race.
By the way, just to say, you don't need to force mute me. I wouldn't mind listening to the call, and I should only have game audio on stream. And if I don't, please shout at me.
Cool. We'll still mute you because, like, in case you make sudden outbursts. But
I'll mute. I can mute myself microphone, just not headset at me, because sometimes people mute the. Yeah. Well, some people server mute the headset, like the deafen. Deafen is the word. Okay, I'll shut up because I need to get going.
Cool. Right. Yep. If both of thumbs up, I can do. You do it. Top hat. 3, 2, 1-ers.
Yeah, sure. We'll go in 5, 5, 5, go.
That's an actual go. Yes. I was not aware you were.
Do we actually go?
Yes.
Go.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Do you want me to go?
Go.
Can we?
3, 2, 1, go.
Okay. I'm not even. What? I don't know what to say. That's the last thing I'm going to say.
This is why we should have greenlit that before we went.
Hey,
it's all good.
I'm endorsing a new cola, kids, and this one isn't poisonous to
be honest,
anybody.
we're only about 15 seconds out in terms of the timer time. That is still plenty within the bracket of what it'll be.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any mods around to cash it out. Cash out and start the next thing.
Someone
new improved Buzz Cola.
There we go.
Must get Buzz Cola.
There we go, someone's got it. But yeah, so we're going off to an early start. LT electing not to go for Bush Strat. Zoton might be the same. We are.
On 60, it's a little rougher going for it. It's a little bit more inconsistent, in my opinion, anyway. It's probably just because I can't drive.
So it's Bush Strat in general is like, I don't think, especially in a tournament setting where you can't just like hit the reset button and start the run again.
Yeah.
Also worse, unless you're confident in it, it's sometimes not worth it.
LT having a 116 mission finish there versus
Congratulations, Homer.
Zoton. That will probably also be at 116, I think. 114.
It's the standard early game of Shah. We all love it. We all know it well. We can all probably quote every soundbite that you mash through.
True.
Well, it's about time.
Yeah, it is the early game of Shah is so strange. Unless you're like at a stupidly high level, it's almost like it's actually a pretty decent warm up until like Smithers.
Yeah.
Yes, it is the tutorial level, so it makes sense. Well, the prediction is on, and I'm actually not going to predict, because I legitimately cannot call this.
I'm also not going to predict. This is... The thing is, so many things can go drastically different for either of these runners.
Yeah.
And the fact of, not meaning this in a nasty way, both of them having about the 144 range, it's so difficult to tell what can go wrong or go right for these two.
140 is still very much the range of runners where like people are still quite like, for lack of a better term, specialized in certain areas. Whereas like that still remains true to an extent as you get to like the very toppest tier of runners. Some people are better at Homer 2 or Apu or whatever. But in the
Definitely.
in this sort of intermediate level range, that can manifest like so much more strongly. So a lead is almost less meaningful at this level.
A lead is only as strong as the level you excel at.
Yeah.
Someone could excel at Homer 1 and Bart 1 and then lose that lead because they suck at Apu and Marge.
My general rule of thumb with all of these races has been, if you're within all remaining skippable cutscenes of each other, it's still even. So like, I think it's 4 total minutes of cutscene is skippable. If 2 runners are within 4 minutes before Bart 1 cutscene, they are basically neck and neck.
Personally, the thing I've definitely been thinking of more than anything as of late is just playing to do well rather than seeing it in a tournament setting. Yeah, you're in a tournament setting, but constantly thinking about that can put some runners off.
Yeah. I primarily ran this game while streaming, and I found that like tournament setting is like a totally different mindset. And I feel like it's kind of obvious to say. Saying it out loud, it feels incredibly obvious. But it is impressive like how much your mindset will like shift as soon as like you hit that go button.
As soon as one thing fails.
Yeah.
LT is just opting not to get neighbors.
Both storm neighbors is doable if.
I mean, yeah.
It's a bit handier because the canyon arrow is bigger, so if the wasp has collision, I suppose that's the trade-off. If you get it like petty theft, you can guarantee the wasp has collision. But it's a bit harder to hit.
Zoton is good for it. I wouldn't say it's harder to hit. I would say it's one of those things that it's more comfortable.
Yeah. Whereas in Canyon Arrow, it's easier, but also like, by that point,
is flan.
by that point you might have hit what's the word? Trailer Park Wasp. You might have hit Stonecutter's Wasp. So like whether or not that wasp exists is up to Char's whims.
Lenny push not going well for LT, having no speed after hitting a lamppost. Opting to get ESS here.
I think they're. Ooh.
Hey yo! What happened to that minivan? That was like yeet!
Minivans are just. Minivans
Bouncy
specifically
van.
seem to sometimes just leave the air.
That minivan wanted to do out of bounds, you can tell. LT getting a ute here. Zoton could have got a ute, but opted for the minivan.
A little bit in chat as both some neighbors is faster, and that is actually also probably true because you have to accelerate after the reset.
Yeah.
Alright,
It is faster, but at the same time, it's also preference.
yeah. Yeah, no, I hate wording it like this because I feel bad, but like at this level. Oh, and that's a good.
I think LT's Pixels is going well.
Yep, he's got it in. After Smithers looked like he was threatening to spin out for a second, but now LT is comfy in the pit. And then Zoton, a little bit late on the push, but no, not punished. Also,
606 destruction for LT versus Zoton's.
Oh, that was a rough.
605. Was it 602 warping 607? But the thing is, LT had ESS.
Yeah.
So Zoton loses a few seconds there.
Oh.
LT drops! That's gonna throw the cycles out, actually.
Yeah, the cycles are always easy to underestimate in this mission.
And suddenly LT's ESS means nothing.
Neither electing to go for the clockwise strat.
It's one of those strats.
It's ostensibly quicker, but it's such a specific skill set, the walking on air and you don't use it anywhere else in ASM unless like you're really micromanaging an Apu, so
4-6.
yeah.
Oh,
Ooh,
Zoton! Zoton! How did you not fall? I don't get that.
The confidence of walking along the flicky bit and not going on the railing. Oh, my grasp of the English language is failing me. I apologize.
Zoton getting ESS here. LT having a 727 entry versus, I believe, Zoton's going to be a 720.
Oh, yep.
719.
1920.
Zoton's 8 seconds ahead.
In other news, local citizens are outraged
Simultaneous sexy footage. Love to see it. If it's unsimultaneous sexy footage, that is when a tournament. That is when someone is having a rough early game.
This is my favorite cutscene.
Honestly, pretty good. It's just a shame that it's such a throttle if you're like resetting the game because you just can't get Homer 1 right. It's like, oh, I've got to sit here and watch this for a minute.
I've given up resetting in Homer 1. It's gotten to the point now where I'm just like, you know what, Homer 1 could be disastrous, I can save it later on.
Yeah.
Oh, Homer.
The time I lose in Bart 1, Homer 1, I can get back literally just by hitting Bart 1 CSS.
Interesting start from... We'll see if Zoton does it before I say. Yes, Zoton remembering the pause on pause at the start of...
Did LT not do it?
Nah, I noticed LT not doing it. I saw the van roll back and was...
Interesting.
Do the same.
It's a little weird because it saves a little bit of time and it also makes sure the black van just is ahead of you while getting where Zoton just got out. Just maintaining speed.
This is a strange shot mechanic. It's one of the many mysteries of this game. It's why it does... Oh, glass truck!
Glass truck wrestling the black van to the bridge. Black van wanted to do bridge clip early.
Oh, don't tempt it. After seeing the race, I think it was your race where I don't know if it was you or your opponent, where the police hearse got out of bounds during 7-6. That was...
What?
Yeah,
that didn't happen to me. I didn't get cops.
They had hit and run during 7-6, that after bridge clip I think it was. The police hearse followed them out of bounds through the deloaded power plant, and it's now horrifying to know that they're not safe from hit and run when out of bounds.
I didn't know that was possible. I didn't know the hearse could do out of bounds.
Yeah, it is. It's
that's scary.
That was an interesting from Zoton, electing to hang back to make sure that the black van could get through smoothly without hitting the wall, and doing that by backing into the event. That is... I think I've seen that before.
Zoton did get there a little earlier, it would have hit into the wall. Not only that, he did miss Caravan Wasp, and he just wanted some... It's difficult in Family Sedan. It's definitely easier in 1.7 than it is 1.6, 1.5 in my opinion. That is a beefy hit there from LT. I don't like this personally.
That first corner is so rough. It's like the lampposts are designed to get caught on the Bone Storm truck and ruin your early hits.
I mean, Bone Storm is a game of destruction, so the truck itself that it's being driven in is very similar.
Yeah, that's like a pretty clean Bone Storm just after the shortcut.
Yeah.
I always wonder if if you get it around that corner, if it is faster to turn around and take it, or just eat it the long way.
Typically, the way I see it is if you've only just somewhat gone past the lamppost, it's fine. If you've gone past the lamppost quite a fair bit, don't bother, it's not worth it.
Yeah. There are probably routing labbers who can comment on that, who are more qualified than us to comment on that.
So you see that lamppost that Zoton just drove by there by the shortcut? If it gets to the phone booth that's past it, it's not worth turning back around in my opinion.
Yeah, makes sense. And a final catch from Zoton. Probably gently handing the lead back to LT, but not by much.
I don't know. I still think Zoton's still just in the lead. I think this is going to be about 12-20 for LT.
Yeah.
Zoton's just only a little bit behind. LT getting Wheel of Fortune.
Wheel of Torture. Ooh, Zoton going for ESS rather than the Amber Warp.
Hey, Homer.
I'd love to know how that was found.
It's been it was vaguely knew about for a long time. Like, people had definitely acknowledged that it was odd certain missions you could pause on pause, some you couldn't. But it was only relatively recently people made the connection that it was a countdown mission that caused it. So I think it was more so that they sort of asked the reverse engineers, also 1228 out. They asked the reverse engineers, like, can you find the connecting thread? And they said that there's something strange about 321 where it doesn't work properly.
So Zoton's gonna lose a little bit of time, but gets one of the wasps. Having 365 coins exiting here is gonna be like really, really good considering the time. Gonna be about a 12:57.
Yeah, 10 seconds-ish. Ooh, unlucky Skinner hit from LT.
That you hate to see. What car's he in?
He got the sports car.
God, he got hit with a sports car with that luck? You hate to see it. That's 60 in its finest, actually.
Skinner out for blood. And Zoton going for the taxi.
Where's Falco when you need him?
Oh yeah, Tow's a very point. The countdown was known for a while, but it was the locked camera I think people had not acknowledged.
So Zoton's gonna be able to make a little distance here because Skinner kind of gave him a little ram up the butt.
Yeah. Although Skinner, oh no, okay, that was a brief threat of Zoton to be followed through the train, like the roundhouse. What actually is that?
Zoton is ahead. Nope, that park he ain't. Oh, that's a good park.
Yeah, the yellow. It is more generous than people think, but it is. I think it's because Jimbo has a relatively wide walk radius. It's kind of hard to eyeball at times. Yeah, they are still on top of each other. The lead is insignificant regardless who has it right now.
Yeah, you're right, and at the same time, it's LT may be ahead of RTA, but at the same time, Zoton is 10 seconds ahead at the minute.
Yeah, and coins. They're about 4, 12. Next time we get a peek at LTs. Oh, getting the freebie by the what's it called? Come on, car wash.
Only thing with that is he will be missing now either Vox Wasp or Hospital Wasp, and that's the only problem because we normally get that Wasp on foot anyway. But it's not too bad. It could be worse.
Especially if you're like not especially confident in Vox Wasps. That first one will forever be tricky.
It's
until you're
in
at
my
like, a high
opinion.
enough level to use the funny red square.
It's not even the red square, I think. I think it's just personally lineup. Lineup is the biggest thing about that Wasp that, like, people just don't get.
And then even if you got the lineup, it'll be like, haha, sedan parked there.
You know, I haven't had the sedan either.
That was a clean vend pickup by LT. That was an incredibly clean vend. Just giving credit to the incredibly minor but very well done vet pickup.
Nice and clean from Zoton as well.
Yeah. But like if there's a parked car in that little rampy section.
Oh, LT needs to be careful. This can crash the game if he's not careful.
Oh, what happened?
Okay. LT parked the sports car right next to comic book guy. And if you talk to comic book in the wrong place and mash the enter button or the action button, you can crash the game.
Ah, because presumably there's like a split second where you can still get in the taxi and the game gets confused.
Yeah.
Or get in the sport. I said taxi because I was looking at Zoton's, but get in your car.
So Zoton opting to get the vend and not bubble with the Wasp, you'll just get hospital boxes here and Wasp, I'm assuming, like LT is.
Dangerously close to the nerd car, but... That nerd car...
That nerd car is
it.
chuffing it.
Look at it go.
I wonder if he's still gonna go for hospital here or just like accept it. He's going for it. He wants it. He's hungry.
It is pretty. The nerd car takes so long on those final few corners. Oh no!
No, when you do that, you don't.
Oh.
Yeah, hate to see that. Shouldn't have said anything, should you? Com's curse at its finest. I want to point I'm not responsible for that one.
Yeah, that was me. Never suggested. But that was not the nerd cart. I was like the nerd carts.
Honestly, the nerd car was. I disagree. The nerd car can drive really damn well when it wants to.
I wonder if it's a wonky thing because if Baby Van is wonky, not tilted. If I recall correctly, that's when it drives amazing. So maybe Nerd Car isn't super affected by wonky and just gets like really good.
No, when it has wonky driving, the Nerd Car is insanely good at driving. Like, it's damn near perfect driving when it's wonky.
It's so odd that that is a glitch in the game, and yet the AI is actually surprisingly good at using wonky.
So, I want to point... He had the balls to use the honor roller in this mission.
Honor roller good. Honor roller not good. Can't even keep that lie up. Oh, I see the sports car. Yeah. And Taxi giving its revenge for not being chosen. Yeah, and Zoton, honestly, Zoton's still not that far behind, actually, considering if you get a whiff a mission, you might as well whiff a shortest mission in part 1, maybe? Maybe 2-1. It's certainly one of the shorter ones. But I'm not going for the Wasp, though. Electing to follow the van, and no, this is the risk!
Eat my dust, dust eaters.
Okay, and it gets out. That could have been even more disastrous.
Woo, nice one.
Yeah, I too was in... I think it's because it got stuck before the ramp through the train. If it gets stuck after that ramp, we all gotta hunker down and bring out some hot chocolate for that one. The van, thankfully, was generous. LT splits turning red. Yeah, getting the pause to guaranteed collection. Oh, and Zoton, the taxi is. The taxi was hoping to return to its people for a moment.
Whoa, wicked. Out of my way, man.
Oh, you seem to have lost the top hat, so you are. Guys, stuck with me for a brief moment. Could all be good. We're going into better than beef. The time is it's still relatively tight. As said, if you're gonna whiff a mission, it's good to whiff a relatively short one. Curious to see what form of escape goes for. The meta on a poo escaping is often changing, often level based. It is a welcome back.
Okay, I believe we're back.
Yeah, there you are. Yep. You saved me from waffling about a poo escaping better than beef.
Oh. Yeah, it ain't that bad.
It's the meta changes a lot depending on skill level, depending on wasp level, depending on just preference.
I'd say honestly, I'd say it's best to know both escapes. Mainly for the sheer reason of it's always good to know that you can get the gazebo box and its wasp if you're low on coins.
Yeah.
So it is worth knowing both escapes, and then it's just preference of which one you'd like to go for more.
Yeah. Also, neither going for the ultra fast better than beef, which as much as it exists. Like, oh, early reset by Zoton.
Not getting the wasp either. Does it even have collision?
Maybe. It would depend on how exactly you've timed it. And yeah, I like him to go the safe route to guarantee time. Actually, a very good bit of on-the-spot thinking from Zoton, I think. So I reckon if he'd gone back through the roundhouse and tried to do the traditional strat, probably would have failed there.
I'm not quite sure if it would have failed, but it definitely would have been close.
Yeah, so that was a good bit of on-the-spot thinking to save that. And as we talk about Apu escape, LT
is definitely having troubles there. Did he go for gazebo? I missed it.
He did go through the gazebo.
Did he just not do it clean?
I think Apu just got out. It's one. If you sort of go the way around that LT did, it's one of those where like Apu might just drive well.
Zoton having hit and run here. That's gonna hit him.
Oh, get away!
Ooh, spicy.
As scary as it is to get hit and run, I actually think hit and run is easier to deal with in like slow car missions because driving well is more better than just running away from them.
It honestly, in my opinion, just depends on how the police cars are, because we all know that there are two types of police cars. The police cars that kind of just know that you exist, and then the police cars that are out for blood, coins, and brains.
True. Zoton getting going the long way around and pretty much nailing the escape. And the police escape. That was perfect timing to it.
LT wants a sports car here. If he knows how to do sports car fast, this is like really, really good time save on Zoton here if he doesn't get one.
Even just going the traditional route, if you're in a position where you're confident to like sack the coins, because the freebies become a lot harder to hit.
Basically like normal US cops, that's a dig and a half if I've ever heard one.
Oof. Oofy doofy.
Yep, LT, you can't climb those stairs to the corner. That's just not gonna happen. That's a sign. That's still a sign.
There we go.
You missed it, damn it, LT. Grab the monkey! You don't have a wide hitbox anymore, buddy. You got a teeny sports car.
You get a freebie though, so as long as you get the two, and like basically it's basically as optimal as Mr. Plow. Although this jump is
that's not bad. In my opinion, that is the scariest jump on 60.
Yeah, Zoton going for Mr. Plow, playing it. I'm going to say playing it sensible is the term I will use.
Mr. Plow is fast.
It is. Yeah, it is. The middle child of the bulky cars and the slugs. Oh, getting another freebie.
Yeah, he has the second freebie still to get, but he did get Pixel trying to get it, so he is going to slow him down. One deficit of playing with the sports car, sadly.
Yeah. Zoton instead going for a much... Yeah,
getting one.
An interesting comparison here between like a sort of fast and reckless monkeys where you're bonking into stuff and spinning around versus a nice... Not even slow is the wrong word, just a clean-paced monkeys where you're just getting stuff as intended.
Zoton not getting the construction box, but at the same time having decent enough coins that he doesn't really need it at this point.
Yeah, looking to be like a good 80 or so off of what LT was on there. We'll see how it goes out of the mission.
Doesn't get the wasp. Opted not to get it. Now, I disagree with that one personally. I feel like he should have gotten that. It's not even slow. He's just not going to get any of the wasps here. Now, in my opinion, you've missed a monkey, buddy.
Yeah, there we go.
You know what the worst part is? Is a car hit him and nudged him that way. I think he would have forgotten if it wasn't for that car. Traffic was just... depending on how the cop car acts here, this is either free or very dangerous. And this is gonna be dangerous. He'll lose 50 coins here if he drops down. Yep.
Oh, that was... That didn't even look particularly close. Also, LT onto sellouts, that is a... Oh, it's sort of pushing the second car, or maybe the third, into the vend. Optimal. That was the second car, yeah.
I thought it was going to be the third car, like the way that went.
Yeah, that was a very, very wide push on that, but it got the vend, so pretty good.
I definitely say the one thing to note about the cops is when you're at no speed at all, or you're on foot, they have a very large bust range. This is a very suboptimal first car here for Zoton.
Yeah. Well, LT having a bit of a mare with the third car, it is rolling away, so...
I shouldn't enjoy this so much.
Sellouts is being sellouts to both runners right now.
LT is in a very bad position here for the final car. It's not gonna probably be able to do that much damage to him.
Oh,
not even going to hit him.
Attempting a wide berth and just a little bit too wide. Although, decent.
LT going for the big berth and just missing the ropes.
So this is a chance for Zoton to...
LT not even going to be able to back it up. Oh, getting him on the police station though, that's going to at least save him some time over than like letting it just do its own thing. A 541 destruction. I'm not sure LT's going to be happy with that. Oh, that was a lucky save from the taxi.
That was clean.
Taxi bro came in good.
The taxi was like, you took me earlier, I'm gonna repay the favor.
Taxi showing why it's actually good for the community.
Oh, yep, a decent amount of hit. This final turn on the fourth tire is very
yeah. Yep. Zoton, this is not how you back up.
Oh, and a drive away. As LT
He backed up. Well, I shouldn't have said anything. I said this is...
You know what?
That's a husk.
That was a testament to how, like, rough LT's third car was, where Zoton had that rough a fourth car, and still pretty much matched the out time. Like, that was still like a 550 range. That was... Yeah, that was different. That probably felt more different than it was.
I'd say the only difference was his LT was a lot closer to returning to Frink than Zoton was. Zoton being at Monorail, whereas LT was at Police Station.
Yeah. FF.
Hopefully Zoton also gets CSS here. Not going for the SS. 2 paws.
Oh,
I was
hitting it. 2 paws on 150, very nice.
I will be honest, judging by the music cue, I was a little uncertain on that. I was a little worried.
Yeah, and that is plenty clean, man. Especially with LT currently on the return leg, but with about 22 seconds of stream delay, it's still neck and maybe not neck and neck, neck and shoulder.
I mean, it's still anyone's game. It all depends just who plays better and who makes the most mistakes, actually.
It is a surprisingly coarse way of wording it, but I do find it quite funny to say it's not who plays better, it's who plays worse.
Well, I don't mean that in the way that may have come across, but the thing is mistakes happen. It's just who has the worst mistakes.
It is the sort of a skill that speedrunners they definitely acknowledge, but they might not acknowledge it so literally as like the ability to manage risk and manage things going wrong is such an incredible skill for speedrunning, especially in a game like Shah, which can be as volatile as it is. The ability to just like know, okay, this is going wrong, don't panic, how do I deal with this? It's like such a valuable skill. People definitely know that, they just might not necessarily vocalize it. Oh, that's a rough!
Don't panic, get smashed by Cup Car. Panic!
Egg!
You hate to see it.
We're past sellouts at this point, man. I think sellouts is like a prime example of that. It's like, if you sort of whiff a particular strat or a sellout's car gets away, you can lose so much time if you freak out and just start wailing it. You gotta be conscious of like, take this angle, take this approach instead.
You're right.
Yeah, the ability to withstand the pain that Shah can and will distribute on you. Cough, baby fan, cough.
Baby Van ain't that bad.
Baby Van is lucky that even though it is one of the most volatile missions in the game, it's also on the shorter side. If it was a mission like as volatile as Baby Van that was 3 minutes long, then it would be actual torture. LT going for coin room.
Don't blame him on that coins.
Yeah, that's on like the low end. If you were like next level confident, you could have skipped, but you gotta be like on your game to skip.
I'm going to make you all regret running Shah, and just imagine Baby Van with Kinky Frankie's pathing.
Oh yes, let's go.
Just go straight to the highway. 20 drops instead of 10.
Yeah, sure. We are all gracious that Baby Van, if you're going back up, might be near the hospital. Also, it is time for the best mission in the game.
Bonfire is another one where just the littlest of things can cost you like 22 seconds as well.
Bonfire also the rare mission where actually like, going for the reset car strat from LT. That is.
I don't like this strat for that exact reason.
It gives you like an amazing lineup if you do get it, but it also sort of denies you the ability to
back it up if you fail it.
Yeah, confidently manipulate traffic to get your way in.
It's not even the case of that, in my opinion. It's kind of the thing is, if Cletus hits you wrong, you can't stop his momentum. You won't catch him.
Also, this is unlucky for LT. If Zoton can like, that's no traffic in sight though, so.
Lucky, because his time is very close. See,
another.
Cletus took a wide angle. My lord, I haven't seen that one before.
Well, the point I was going to make before this started is that 3-3 is like the rare mission where it is actually viable to reset if it goes wrong.
Not this many times.
Yeah, this is unfortunate, but it's better than most other missions. I would say, like, if you miss the strat, just keep going, just figure it out. Whereas
Oh, LT again is not getting it. Traffic proving to be the biggest hindrance of all.
Oh, Zoton also...
Zoton gets it. Zoton gets it.
Yeah!
All day long.
And LT just, yeah, getting
Yeah,
close enough where
LT
he's elected,
just-
like, can't miss
yeah.
this anymore going in.
Yeah,
This
he's just fighting it.
This is the 3-3, the great equalizer. Oh, Cletus back very far. Oh, the ref front peg by LT.
And it's got. Don't restart. It's not worth it.
Ooh.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
I'd have absolutely chased it down.
It's not even worth it. You can get 6 shots before it gets to the observatory.
I apologize. It's poor form to like talk what I'd have done, but yeah, you could have absolutely chased that down.
I'm so sorry. I also apologize as well. I get excited when commentating.
Traffic. No! Absolute disastrous. Zoton just gently walking ahead with the lead.
This is just Zoton's to claim now. Like, honestly, it's... Don't... See, this is the only problem with this strat. Is on 60, Cletus's truck is a fighter. Like, you don't have the opportunity to force it in if it takes a wide angle, whereas like any other FPS you could. This is why I disagree with this strategy on 60.
What is Cletus truck? What is Cletus truck doing to LT?
This is kinky. I'm not even gonna lie. Like that was Longhorn on truck on you. Like my god.
Cletus said it is my turn to peg.
Clean. LT. Oh god, Cletus
really
just right up the back. Right up the back end. LT, for the love of God, just do it normally at this point. You can't keep resetting this amount of times.
I say this is the rare mission where resetting is viable. It also doesn't like... It means there's almost not like a time ceiling for this mission. Like, you could just theoretically go all on. Yes!
LT finally getting it. Zoton was really big brain there. They didn't get the opportunity to get a decisive hit, but near enough blew up a traffic car, so used the traffic car's destruction to near enough kill the sedan.
Carbo. That is also a good shout. We do not have run-out times for Zoton. Nice. Huh.
It's a very big brain on Zoton's behalf. I definitely rate that 8 out of 8.
I wonder if it's perhaps just this run, or perhaps a particular strength of Zoton, just like making some good calls. Like some similar with like Better Than Beef and making other things like that. Just a good like, this is going wrong, snap, I'm doing this, and just, yeah, getting it in.
Zoton's a very fast thinker. They can think on the fly pretty well and be able to back a lot of things up if they go wrong.
Also, nailing the second car.
Not making the log, so just gonna reset here. I disagree with the reset here. I do feel like it is a little slow.
It's the log. The log does what the log wishes. Oh, whiffing the jump though. Going in for a second attempt or going round?
That is very true, LP3. Zoton is very smart and a very quick thinker at that.
Oh, yeah, got it. Oh, bouncing off tennis style. Off the net.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
It's gonna be slow.
Going for that in first person is scary. It's sort of, the discussion has come up a couple of times in Shah today, or just on Speed Simpsons today, the first person, third person debate, and it's pretty much like missions where you want to know exactly what's left and right of you is third person moment. So that was quite brave trying to guide the car in on first.
In my opinion, it's all about personal preference. Like, I could say 7-7 is the classic example here, because there are just some parts of 7-7 which just feel so nice to do on first person for despawning pedestrians, despawning cars, and then when you're taking like the graveyard jump, or if you're taking the final jump towards the school, and the tractor beam. It just feels so much nicer to do that on third person because you can precisely angle those rather than taking like a blind wild guess that your car's just going to slide through properly.
Ooh, a Snake hitting the wall for Zoton. So, ooh, Snake getting some air.
Whee!
And Zoton randomly losing all momentum. I guess physics engine was like, hang back, do the manip.
Oh, we'll see. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Zoton and Shah have made a pact.
Meanwhile, LT had pretty good first car. Getting the middle car in the strap, but on the slow side, so...
Yeah, this is where we realize that Zoton really is just Kangen Kodos.
No, why would Kangen Kodos... No, I was about to make a joke there, and I realized it doesn't scan for more of Shah.
They're just sitting in the museum bathtub just playing Shah.
Oh, the horror. Yeah, if the next time Shah gets admitted to some kind of speedrunning marathon, the couch needs to be a bathtub. Both of them dressed like Kangen Kodos commentating the game in the back.
That'd be so good. That was an interesting camera angle for Zoton. What happened there?
Yeah, I think it was a... Yeah. I don't quite know.
That was a spicy camera angle.
No. Ooh, over a split apart at this point, so this is, yeah, keep it in. Stay cool as a cucumber, and like the lead should stay.
Another thing is, it goes to show just the difference between Zoton getting Bonfire damn near first time straight away, versus LT having a bit of a reset party.
Yeah, the sort of... Yeah, the fact that resetting is so efficient in that mission sort of denies you like the panic of like, I need to go. I need to just do this. Whereas like if it was like FMJ, you could reset FMJ if you missed the strat, but also it's probably not worth it. You just gotta go and follow Skinner.
It depends on the damage.
And also depends on your confidence of if you'll hit it the second time. Oh, good. Both getting good sleuthing drops. You'd love to see that.
Zoton just got communist fish.
As much as the runners would love to have, you know, themselves have an amazing sleuthing and their opponent all the way to the observatory, it's always nice when they get similar drops. Oh, slowing down for the fish, just skimming it. Lighting for... are you aware if it is that 17th fish, the one underneath the rim of the bridge? Is it better to... Because I know you can skip that and sort of immediately reset when you collect what should be the 22nd, and you like spawn on top of it?
Depends on confidence. Both of them are just as fast as each other. I do believe doing it the other way is just as fast, if not like about a second faster, but it don't make a difference really. I'd say it only really makes a difference at massively high skill level.
Yeah. Ooh, Zoton, a little slow to get the very fast one. Ooh, I'm hitting the wall. Gotta chase it down.
Zoton going up to restart here. See,
that's another one of those moments where it's like, it would really depend on your confidence of hitting it the second time.
No, I agree with Zoton's reset there, because he did no damage. Secondly, he didn't have the angle to be able to hit it on the squid port side.
That's so disgustingly close to a perfect fast strat.
Could have probably backed it up, maybe, but it's just a case of he didn't know it was gonna not move. Reset your car, just go. Yep, he's just going.
Again, another one of those calls of just like, yeah, go for it. I actually do see your point upon consideration of like chasing down the limo if it's at full health is a completely different beast than chasing it down when it's on like...
It's not even the fact of that. See, destroying it at full health on this part, you need about 3 decisive heavy hits. It's just not feasible on this area.
Oh, another hit and run for Zote. Yeah, especially once you get out of that little corner around the bottom of the casino, there's also just not a lot to hit the limo into until like the bowler armor, and by that point you're having an awful time.
It's like Duff Truck all over again.
Anyway, internal screaming.
I was gonna say, I think I touched a nerve with that one.
Internal screaming. Zoton going for the safe pole? Yeah.
I don't blame them.
It is. Yeah, the poll is.
Zoton
internal
indeed proving why the game is named what it is.
Yep, 4150 hitting the load screen. So LT going for.
Early hit, very early hit here. Not gonna be able to really get any decisive damage on this either. Not even a strat. Gonna try and push it down onto the beach here. He's gonna.
Okay,
if he can get over the limo, yeah, he's gonna get the wasp here.
That's a good shout. And even if it's like, if the limo is being particularly annoying, you could. Yeah, you wouldn't also be able to go for Planet High Wasp, but.
See, this is good here, because I know it's slow for LT, but not only does LT get a wasp, he also gets a box. So that's plus 80 coins because he missed the strat. Why are you running up?
Never underestimate how difficult it is to get the school bus through that gap.
You right?
Never underestimate the difficulty of that. Also, with LT is probably assuming that he's behind by this point because of how that 3-3 went, and I actually do this. There is a degree of, if you're confident you're behind, play cleanly rather than necessarily playing fast.
That is true.
A series of small time saves are better when you're like, you don't want to get up, you don't want to sort of get in a loser's mindset.
I can certainly agree with that because I can definitely take instances from mine with me missing but one CSS, and then with the 4-1 that I had, I genuinely thought I was behind and decided to play safer. This ended up also proving really beneficial to me in the late game.
43:37, that is pretty much a minute on, right?
Give or take. Depending on LT's donut truck here.
No.
Because Zoton had a pretty nice donut truck, to be honest.
3-7 into 4-1 is one of those pairs of splits where it's like, this is
I'm sorry.
a rough pair.
I'm sorry, 4-1 doesn't exist to me.
Oh, and that's a Cletus moment.
It does manage to get itself unstuck, which is very beneficial, but the wasp decided it wants to fly to the moon.
And the bouncing of the canyon arrow briefly threatening to whip into the quad bike hole.
LT won't go for fast donut truck here because he didn't have a camera angle to get back into the canyon arrow, so he's just gonna do the old way.
I can remember the brief time the meta for this strat was to, rather than barging, like, sitting in the way of the donut truck sideways, there was a brief time where people were, like, pointing at the donut truck, like, nose to nose, where you, like, actively reverse and forward into it to do it quicker. It was an atrocious strategy.
I mean, to be fair, on 60 as well, donut truck is very bouncy. You can get 2 drops per time doing it. It's just very, very risky doing it.
It is one of those strats which I'm like, thank the Lord this strat is no longer considered.
LT, you can go. That's all the drops right there. Go get the drops. Get the drops. That's not all the drops. I'm sorry. Yeah, you should have gone.
Yeah, there was a drop despawning there. Despawned on the drive.
He counted to 11 instead of 10, and it caused one of the drops to despawn, and he didn't get a drop from the 11th hit because of it. That's budget forward focus. That is budget forward focus, I can tell by speed.
Oh no! Oh, the horror. If you fail this in budget forward focus, you have to do the whole mission in the car.
Nope, that is Canyon Arrow. My apologies, I could hear the sound of the engine, but that's a fail. That's a fail, isn't it?
Oh, he's saving it! Go, man, go!
Mango?
Go, man, space, go.
Wrong runner, dude.
Ah. Oh, yeah, that's Canyon Arrow.
Canyon Arrow at its finest. Yep, definitely.
We did not even need to see the car.
The donut truck just be standing there menacingly.
I love budget forward focus. I'm so glad that strat exists.
I got that actually.
The more cars the run uses, the better.
Oh, so you're a fan of Taxi?
Yeah. I am Team Taxi.
I like you. Anything to annoy Falco.
Team Taxi rather than the sports car crew.
I mean, I like the sports car, but Taxi all the way.
But
if Taxi sellouts was faster, I'd 100% do it.
But which is better? It's only one way to find out.
Monorail! That's the big green play right there.
Alright, will LT go budget forward focus? Ooh, a bit of rough traffic, so... Although it is taking the jump, which would... Yeah, not going for it. Also, I don't think one was parked there.
Sports car better, but taxi good. I can agree with that statement.
Yeah, Timsy, head on straight.
I'd take a taxi over a pizza van.
Just wait until traffic sedan out, or traffic limo out of bounds is found. Whatever that car is, the bad. Yeah, wait until that gets found.
I hate that thing. That thing is quite literally the worst car in the whole game. It's worse than the family sedan.
Probably.
Which baffles me at how you can make a traffic car worse than the main tutorial car.
Yeah. Well, I think when the leak happened and the QA documents were like included in it, the way that the developers talked about the traffic cars, they were kind of intentionally very bad. Like there was an absolute speedrunning pariah in the QA team, where like one of the people they got to test the game kept using the traffic sports car because they didn't like the honor roller, and the QA testing notes were like, maybe we need to like make the traffic cars look worse so people are less likely to go for them. I was like, no, that QA tester just like has their head screwed on straight.
It don't matter how it looks, it matters how it drives.
Yeah, the game isn't out yet and someone has already figured out that sports car is better than honor roller.
Let's be real though, honor roller is like the worst car that you get given. I take an Taurus over that.
True, Tilbert says the waste truck is also probably, yeah.
Waste truck just don't feel right to drive.
Yeah, waste truck out of bounds. Coming soon to a cursed speedrun near you.
But I will be honest, like let's be realistic here. We all know that Falco hacked Tilbert's account and is using Tilbert's account to talk mad smack about the taxi.
Yeah. Right. Okay,
So,
we are
Zoton's
through.
doing well.
We are almost through with the Kindling missions of Marge, the M&M.
Zoton is actually doing a 40
Okay, no,
crash. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, that was just some stream stuttering. I had a moment. It was on such a perfect frame when my brain went, uh-oh, that doesn't look good.
Yeah.
A horrible new crash.
Imagine the game has just given up with seeing these. It's just like, you know what? I don't want to see it today.
Oh yeah, okay, LT. Right, we're back in the scary zone. We are back on scary zone for Zoton. Well,
This mission ain't bad.
it's not bad. It's just it can punish you. Screams internally. Recycle of pain. Oh, the garbage truck coming in to say, hey, we're talking about worse traffic cars, and I've not been mentioned yet.
You know, I will be honest, I still feel bad because I kind of like, I forced the Zoo Cycle for you.
Oh, you were the one who cursed me.
Yeah, no, because I made the same mistake on your run that I did on my run last year, and I misjudged one of the jobs, and I said to myself, oh, they're fine, they can go, that won't get 2 cycled, and then you got 2 cycled, and I remember exactly that moment from last year as well. I was just like, oh my god, I did the same thing twice. Oh no.
It was a misjudge of which stops this, because I believe it is 9th and 10th drop that can overlap. So you're basically not safe until the last drop has gone. Whereas if, like, I was under the impression it was 7 and 8, so I was like, sweet, 8th is down, I'm safe.
That's the exact same mistake I made last year, and I got 2 cycled in the exact same manner.
Oh, those are some early, 4th early, going around the grocery store way.
Yeah, gonna be able to get that vent nicely.
And then also, I think LT has actually been clawing back time.
Oh, certainly.
For the 3-3 loss, because they are now, it is the longest split in the run, but it is, they are on the same split now, and not horrendously far apart in that split.
I would never trust the Snake was the longest split.
So it's the longest split with gameplay. Never, Wolf was the split because of cutscene.
Okay. Alright, yeah, you got a point there. That's
So, yeah,
a nice 9th there for Zoton.
That is a confident 9th drop before the shared dead zone.
If it makes you feel any better, it certainly does make me feel better. I'm very happy that someone made the exact same mistake I made last year.
And then next year I'll be commentating, and every time someone gets to 4-5, I'll be like, here's a thing that can happen. We'll pass the baton in the 2023 Shah tournament.
You're gonna do the exact same thing I did. I can see it happening right now. LT and Zoton waving to each other, both going different ways.
Yep, passing each other by. Yeah, so yeah, they were within a split, although LT's alien car seems to be driving.
Excuse
What's
me?
more within the roots of the role? The roots? The roots? The word.
Alien car?
It did a funny. Some slightly silly driving.
Alien car.
Okay, sit down.
Thank you.
Thing that go through. It is being, to be fair, it's a car being controlled by the aliens.
Actually, no, it's not. It's just drug dealers.
Is it? Is that where the lore of this game goes? I was under the impression that this was.
Yeah,
That
no.
This was a Kang and Kodos car.
No, it is in Part 2, but here, Nelson sold Grandpa's meds to the inventor of the Wawa wheel.
Oh, I have been out Shah Lord live on stream. Also, that ninth drop made me a little raise my eyebrow. It was probably safe, but that was a less safe ninth drop than Zoton had. Also, crap circles.
Indeed. Get your crap out.
Well, as I recall, it was sort of a cosmic kind of thing.
Where's the crap circle?
Kind of like a planet with an old-fashioned.
Don't worry, I was struggling to find it as well.
A planet with an antenna. That
People
sounds
always
more
hang up on crap circles, and I will always be caught up on the fact that Marge calls it a bottle of pop.
That's it. It was on a bottle of
It is both not a bottle and pop sounds terrible in her accent, because it's a British word.
Yeah, it does.
So that's 53-40.
That ain't bad. That ain't bad at all.
I thought earlier that like whenever I do a com I should have like sort of level times for both runners PB just like handy. So I can like just be like, so I can just refer to what they are on. Zoton going for March Flanders.
Oh, he needs it. With those
Yeah.
coins, he needs them.
Not going for the Canyon Arrow bounce though. My heart leaps.
I'm
Yeah, LT
still
and
not
Cat.
happy with those.
Not forgiving Cletus for that bonfire. That was Cletus was resisting.
Honestly, I would certainly say though, LT, that the strat that you were trying to do is definitely the most difficult version of it on 60.
That was I respect the goal, and it did work eventually, so it is not at
Yeah.
all. Yeah.
I give kudos for you doing it.
I said the time out of Wolves, or out of cutscene, but have immediately forgotten what it was. Like 53 something?
5340.
Okay, cool. Oh, you give Kodus.
Having 3 kids really slows you down.
Good luck to the comms. Thank you very much, Finn.
I swear I
55, 30, so just shy of 2 minutes out. 150 out.
aerobics classes.
No?
That math's wrong?
Yeah. It's 50 seconds between the two. Zoton had a 5440.
Those are 53-40. Definitely some minutes and 50 seconds out.
You're right.
We can agree on that much.
Yeah, no, Zoton, that's not how you do the jump, sadly.
I love
I
that
mean,
jump, because if you skid down the roof, it kind of feels like you're doing like a ramp. If you
Yeah,
like,
but
land
Zoton
on it.
didn't. Zoton didn't skid down the roof, that's the problem.
Yeah. Feels good.
This is also very slow from Zoton.
Not Mr. Plow though. Love to see it.
I'm
Also,
gonna have
yes,
Mr. Plow.
LT did not pick up Flanders, so that is a chunky time save.
Oh, your coins are abysmal.
True, I said that and then saw LT's coins and thought, you know what, maybe should have gone for Flanders.
Actually, wait a minute, no, his coins are fine. No, his coins are very fine. I've
I'll bet who knows who's selling
Maybe it's just because I'm an aggressive overcoiner, but I see, I kind of think 600 out of that garden is your target.
Simpson.
No. No.
That's why
You-
my aggressive overcoiner is showing.
LT's coins are very fine here because he's got a box and a wasp to get, and he's also got stuff to collect in this mission here that Zoton's in that I've completely forgotten the name of. Cola Trucks?
Cola Trucks. You don't need to know what it's actually called.
Yeah. No, I just forgot it was called Cola Trucks as well. I was having a moment.
Oh, yes. Oh, good.
This is good.
Yeah, good. Back up, I suppose. Oh, and that was a colossal hit.
Juicy pixel there.
That was like all the health in one hit. That was incredible.
Thank you, Towson. I appreciate it.
From outer space, that's the end. Nobody knows this mission's actual name. Everyone calls it Cola Trucks.
Okay. Zoton's coins make me want to vomit. I'm not gonna lie. Quite literally, yep, they are going for the wasp. They want it. They're not going for the wasp. They don't want it. They just wanted 5 coins.
Easy.
Oh, yeah, that is going to be...
If Zoton needs this box.
Oh, and the Canyonero getting a ramp boost.
As not a box you want to miss with these coins. As not a box you want to miss.
Amazing buffering time. Good job, Twitch. There we go.
That was like top 10 moments before disasters. Just like, will he hit the Canyonero and do the old strat? I like that.
I don't really differentiate strats there. You just tend to push it and pray. You might hit the corner, you might hit the pillar, you might get around the side.
That is true. Zoton also does late Americans, so also going to be losing a box at the mobster building.
Oh, LT almost hitting the main secondary.
It's a case of if Zoton is smart enough to do that. If they are smart enough to do that, then yeah, this is honestly redeemable if they do that. If not, these coins are bad. These coins are very bad. LT's coins are honestly looking really juicy if he gets the box.
Oh damn, and both the Vens have already been got in the power plant. I was about to say, like, there's a little bit of a care package there, but already been cashed in.
Did Zoton get Flanders? Yeah, he did get Flanders, didn't he?
Yeah.
Well, Flanders and his coins are like this?
I suppose Zoton has been busted twice? Maybe?
Yeah, but that's ridiculous.
Oh, I was surprised that hit was enough to get the KO. I guess the Cola Truck was a bit more hurt.
Yeah, no, his coins would be fine if it weren't for the 2 busts. LT just gonna go for this strat as well, but not gonna have it anyway. Uh-oh.
Cola Truck getting out?
LC knocked it, and it faced the right way. Oh god. I ain't seen that before.
Never seen that. Is one for the... Never seen that before. Shah tally. That'd be a fun thing to go into a tournament.
LT
just actively making a list of things where, like, never seen Shah do that before.
Right, hear me out. Zoton could get Wiggums, but he's not going to.
I would. Wiggums are so slow. I don't think that's...
You took my precious cola, Marge.
These coins are bad.
I think these is totally manageable if you're accepting you're going to do a little bit of coin grinding in Part 2. You can definitely get through a poo with these coins.
I beg to disagree on that one.
It's like, what are we after this bet? Because there's like 3 boxes.
He needs 925 coins to buy both American and card built for Homer. The problem is he does late American, so he loses 33 coins here. And there's no way on this planet that there is 300 odd coins in one mission.
This is a hefty. I'm willing to say confident here. Also, Zoton going.
Early car bill.
Early car bill. Oh, I've not. Oh, I have. Wait, no.
Zoton, where did you go? I'm so confused. What are you doing?
Oh, I've not seen early car bill since like 2016.
Does he think car bill for Homer is 700 coins?
Somewhat confusing.
That might have genuinely just been an autopilot moment, to be honest. We all have them. Also, rock hit and run.
Just between me and you, random object. This is not good for my insurance.
We've completely missed the first truck on LT because we were confused by coins. But the third truck, based on the fact that LT is currently doing okay, I think that's pretty an ace third truck.
Yeah, no, their truck was really fine for LT, getting a really decent backup.
I must finish quickly or vomit.
Early car build. That's a.
I've only seen that once, and that was from like a 2-hour runner.
It might have been me. I did that when I was a 2-hour runner.
Yeah, it actually might have been you, because I remember seeing that recently. Did you do that recently?
So I can not to turn this into a mini history lesson. I came back like a year ago, sort of a year ago this month, and I was running off of like memories from when I ran this game in 2017, and yeah, early car build was on my list.
Hey, I left when you started.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Right. So 5-1, scary mission.
Zoton needs car bombs.
Zoton fine.
Zoton not fine! No, no, no!
Y'all are panicking about nothing.
That's what you say, you watch his coins.
Zoton's coins are fine. Although that pole is less fine. Nah, Zoton, the pole is fine. You got like 100 coins next to the car build for one. I don't think he collected the box. He didn't collect either of the Vens or the box by the stadium. It's like 200 coins between them. Could go for businessmen and late American.
Wait, where are you getting 200 coins from 3 boxes?
3 boxes and the Vens, and okay, 200 is probably an overestimate, but that's fine. Although skipping the town hall box, which is a key part of my defense.
I can move my mic away from... Is that better for you guys?
I can also move my mic a little closer.
Yeah, the thing is, I was having a drink, and to have a decent drink I need to move my mic away from my mouth. But then moving it back, I don't put it back the place it was, and it can sometimes be louder or quieter.
Sweet. I've also wiggled a bit closer. I'm generally on the soft-spoken side. Oh, I've brain saw army, and for some reason my instinct panics. Don't buy army.
Zoton needs this box. Yeah, he's going to get this box.
This box, the 2 behind where you buy car built, gazebo. You can go for gazebo this early if you. That's why I think like Apu is basically fine, but this is going to raise massive question marks in part 2.
He's going to need a point grind in part 2. He needs a point grind in part 2. That limo's having
that limo. That traffic car was on limo's side. It was like, no limo, turn around.
No limo, don't do it. They've got so much to live for. I'm not a fan of that.
You got this. Oh yeah, there's 2 town hall boxes as well, because there's one on the back that you get in this mission. So yeah, it's probably fine.
Typically you would get it in 5-1, but... And this is a big but. Zoton missed it in 5-1. Yeah,
Interesting order of operations from Zoton to start the mission first and then get car built?
The reason why is because he can get the boxes here, get car built for them, and then restart the mission. And I can speak from experience that restarting the mission can actually sometimes give you better odds at good baby van. I don't know why, but just sometimes it does. Especially on higher FPS.
Greater minds than our own do not have answers for baby van.
Mr. Homers.
Baby van does whatever it wants, and I just know that it likes to behave a little bit more when you reset than when you don't.
And this definitely confirms my suspicion that LT has been clawing back time, because there's a chance they might both be on baby van depending on how this goes.
See? Good baby van. That's totally not a fluke, and I'm 100% taking credit for that.
LT instead going for gazebo, which is early but respectable. Gazebo never feels quick, so might as well get it. Early emission so you're not worrying in Curator.
Zoton having a bit of a struggle here trying to get the last 2 drops. And then getting them immediately as soon as I said it.
The opposite of commentator's curse. Commentator's blessing.
Did LT just use a bench to get that freebie? Quite possibly.
Something about inertia matrix in it. Yep. Oh, that's a... That is not a funny baby van. That was just LT's bitrate.
Dig at the bitrate.
Last time I left this store.
You know what? Okay. Okay. Interesting.
He was trying to get him through the stairs to stop him.
Yeah, they're still one split out, but it's a much shorter split than previously. So, Zoton's still got a comfortable lead, but less comfortable. Pillows have gotten a little bit harder on the lead of chair. Everyone, please ignore that metaphor. It was terrible.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought you said pillows.
And yeah, pillows, like, because they're getting the pillow is on the chair, and that's how comfortable the lead. I just tried to make a joke metaphor, and it fell so hard on its face, it left a face imprint on the concrete.
I'll be honest. I know you said pillows. I heard pillows and thought you said pillars. And then...
Can we just let go of this terrible joke and focus on Wiggum?
But it's funny!
Right, we are on the mission where the crash can happen, so I think we need to be very alert.
It's not gonna happen, he doesn't have hit and run.
And having seen the first ship skip of the tournament, I am also paying attention to this, even though Zoton is far too far.
Oh god, Zoton, catch up, please. Yeah, I gotta agree with Chad here, that crash just doesn't exist. That crash is a myth.
The crash is like a tulpa, it only exists if you like acknowledge it.
Or if you force it.
If you give it power. You give it power to crash by acknowledging it. Both are now on 5-4, so... Yeah, continuing to gently claw back. Has been the shape of quite a few of the races this tournament, I think, where they get desynced and then they slowly push back towards each other on a cutscene.
LT getting the bubble on the sit and rotate was, they play it smart here, they can get the vent and go back and break it. Which I think that's what they're going to try and do. And no, it despawned and didn't even get the bubble this time.
Oh, I did not know the bubble reappears if the wasp respawns.
Yeah. The wasp gets reset, like it never spawned in.
Huh. Okay, that, yeah. I would not have assumed that based on 7.5, but I guess 7.5 doesn't work how I thought it does. Fair play, fair play.
7.5?
Yeah, you like, it's optimal to like kick the wasp at the base of the stairs once, and go do all of monorail, and then kick it again.
It's
I thought the wasp like... Yeah, I thought that wasp despawned while you were doing that, but I guess it just doesn't.
No. If it did despawn, when you got back to the car, it would respawn with the flash effect, which it doesn't.
Makes sense, makes sense. Old LT, no! Traffic!
No, yeah, hate to see. Sports car showing why we don't use it in a Perth.
Car B. What's car B not Kai?
Is that a hint of doubt? I feel like Zoton needs all of monorail here.
Zoton needs all of monorail here.
Either he needs all of monorail, or he needs to do a coin grind. It's one or the other, and it's just figuring out which one's faster at this point. Yeah, that's not how you get all of monorail, though. He spawned in the wasp on the right instead of the wasp in front of him.
So that's how that works.
Yeah, both the wasps work on triggers. If you're too far to the right, the wasp on the right will spawn in. If you want to spawn the wasp on the left side, you need to go more on the left side to spawn it in first. But you can't spawn both wasps at the same time because the wasp at the base of the stairs is spawned in. Only two wasps can be spawned in at a given time.
Yeah, that makes sense as well. Now that I know that that wasp doesn't respawn, it also makes sense why that doesn't disappear. I'm doing a good learning today.
Sure facts.
Yeah. The minor degree in permutation mathematics you need to understand wasps.
Uh-oh. That's
It's-
not good for Zoton. That's not good for Zoton. That can fall down and he may not be able to get it in.
Also, it's easy to forget how long this mission is. LT is... Oh, not again! Traffic!
I would like to point out that it was a sports car again that screwed
is
him over.
Catastrophic for LT.
I don't think it's going to take much more for LT to, honestly, push his limit.
What in the hell were you thinking?
Is that it?
This is not good for my insurance.
Oh, is that a pause?
Jiminy cricket.
See, now, this is the pause of contemplation. Does he continue, or does he DNF? I know this pause. I had this pause last year.
Yeah, this is a...
But this is the pause of contemplation.
Hang on, okay, nothing in our mute chat.
You okay, LT? Is everything alright?
Still deafened, no, nothing in either chat.
LT, it is for your best interest.
Yeah, it could be IRL RNG, it could be controller die.
As long as LT doesn't DNF here, because there will be a DNF penalty, and you don't want that. You really don't want a DNF penalty.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on the mute chat in the Discord, and you keep an eye on the stream while I sort of keep tabs on the Zoton going into quick cash.
Sir, this full. Hopefully my store will not be robbed more than 4 times while I am driving around today.
Hey, that's totally not supposed to happen.
LT still says online on Discord. Strange.
So I'm gonna assume one of the things are happening. Zoton, LT is questioning life choices right now, and whether he should continue or not. Two
I think
made a
LT
massive controller spike, or has battery problems.
I think LT has been quite active in the chat, which is what makes me think like this is probably not just like a rage quit moment. This is probably actually something a bit bigger.
I don't think this is an internet issue either, because the stream would be offline by now.
Awesome to the max.
Armored truck for Zoton spawns in a sports car.
Oh yeah, that's a only you got a hit. Presidential duties to attend to. Exactly, LT's. There's been some... Nah, I was about to make a joke, which is like, let's not make that joke.
I'll see you all later, my people need me.
Yeah, because the timer is still ticking up as well, which indicates it's not like a PC issue. Okay, LT has just typed DNF in the chat. It's just there.
Okay, and that's a wrap. LT with a DNF, so Zoton will be your winner of the race.
Yeah, that's Paul.
I must finish quickly or vomit.
Zoton needing
Zoton,
a bench.
smoke it on quick cash, couldn't you? His jump always feels so sweaty. There's the armored truck sails by in the background. I think he's a bit too far forward to have reached on it, because you need to jump like on the rim of the glass of the truck. Yeah, that's the word, windshield.
Not good for my insurance.
Oh, just love it when I do this.
Yeah,
It
LT has had a rough run. But it is understandable that the Zoton's just got it. We can just watch Zoton have a nice run. Although actually,
I am a lean, mean,
if Zoton is aware... Nah, I'm not gonna... Let's say it, we'll watch Zoton finish.
Zoton does need to make up his coins, just remember that.
Should be
what possible service could this be to the community?
Still actually think Zoton is on like pretty good, just... Ooh! Armored truck just blowing up on the on the railway Tracks, that's the word. Why? I'm forgetting so many basic English language words these days.
Don't worry, English is a hard language. There's a reason I speak mostly in gibberish.
Yeah, so this is still like, Zoton's been on some pretty good pace just in general in tournaments. I don't think Zoton's really had like any whiffs yet.
Wait, is stuck on a wall.
So I think I think of words before you say them. Yeah, Zoton could still very much potentially be on PB pace. So it's going to depend on how the late game like punishes for this coin count.
He just needs to do a coin grind and he'll be fine.
I've not seen the number turn red, although that's Zoton could be compared to average or blank or something.
He's not compared to anything right now. I have his stream up on the sideline.
Yeah, fair. Honestly, the smart thing to do. Another one for the smart points for Zoton. Zoton's PB is like a 142.
Oh, that was so cool.
Possible.
Okay, going in for the curator, going for a side approach. That's a comfortable hit. But yeah, it's not the dream, but
Oh, there it is! That's good.
yeah, smoke hit. I just realised I was looking at like the actual speed systems and not the score screen, so you reacted like a good 10 seconds before I saw it.
Sorry.
And finally, getting the back of the town hall.
I was gonna give him some more coins that he needs.
For a second attempt at
Oh.
no! Oh, saved by the complete.
Oh my god. Oh, you are. Yep.
Oh, and the
I
cutscene
never thought I'd
with
say this,
going
but
for
I'm
alt
actually
tab,
excited to be
which
going to a museum.
It's
yeah,
respectable on 150.
yeah, 150 definitely. For a second I thought it was 60 and was like, why? But no, 150 is fair.
You know, as this is like a 2.5 minute cutscene, I'm gonna go get a drink. I'll be right back.
Hello, a good time to be right back. What happened with LT, by the way?
LT DNF'd due to just like
Had a
two
very bad
fails in
run.
5-4 on like a run where
Okay.
just so much was going wrong.
I don't know if I was on PB pace, if anyone, because I was like a minute behind somewhere. Apparently I was a minute behind on a poo, and that was without this, so
Yeah,
it's not
so
terrible, but
you can join me
if
on the
anyone in
call
chat was
now.
curious.
I'll top
What
hat gets
way? I did all
I'll
the
top hat gets a
driving.
drink.
Now let's find out who's behind all this strange cola business.
So I guess GG on the win. You have you were ahead of where
I know
LT
it's a
DNF'd on.
cliché, but ay caramba!
Kodos, look at these
I have no
images
clue how
made
DNF
for
work,
foolish
but obviously I'm going to
earthlings.
finish this anyway,
What
so
happened came
unless
from
it's a game
foolish
crash,
earthlings
or
to be the #1 reality
I get
show in
very
the
angry.
galaxy.
A
And yes, I
better,
know
DNF,
about my coins.
a better DNF counts as a win. So if you like I guess if you get so tilted that the game you want to quit, you can just tap out when you want and still claim the win. So yeah, for anyone in chat who's joining late, LT just in general had a rough run. Shah was not being kind to him, and then
we do get to see this cutscene though.
That was a
This
simple
cutscene's pretty.
explanation.
yeah, 5-4. There is an average time element for if you're going into if you tie with someone in terms of points, and I think Lantern is the one who knows how averages will work with DNFs. So, direct all your questions towards DJ Lantern. I think it's DJ Lantern. I like it. Delivering big space ratings for foolish earthlings.
The aliens from putting laser guns in the
To
hands
give
of
Shah
poor
some
drunk
credit.
townspeople.
That
Wow,
cutscene,
sounds
as much as we
hilarious. I'd
all
watch that show.
are in a state of pain if we're
Tell you what,
watching
you're
this
a bad
cutscene,
little boy.
the background details on that cutscene are insane. They put so much effort into that environment,
And we skip it all.
and we pray to skip the whole thing.
Well, I have my 6 free snacks and drink.
Bro, I still have my signal bourbon biscuit for 6-3.
I have 5 Jaffa cakes.
Oh, gel. One for every corner Frink takes. One for every loop Frink takes.
Hell yeah! One for every vent. So 5 vents in 6 free that we get.
1, 2, 3. I guess if you're like, I couldn't imagine a route where you get both Krusty Burger and Noisland.
Yeah? We do that.
Oh, I guess if you like go around and then sort of pick up Noiseland like with it on your left. Okay, I can see that.
So we get both casino vents. When he goes up the stairs the first time, we get the Noiseland arcade and the ball pit vent. And then when he comes up the second time to go to the observatory, we get the Krusty Burger vent.
Also, Zoton, not going for Lighthouse Wasp, not going for the early.
He's just gonna coin grind.
And that is a coin grinding move and a hit and run on the pier.
He doesn't need a buzz now. Give him something, Gabe. Don't make this don't make them suffer even more than they already have.
What? It was about 550. So yeah, one round of coin grinding, basically where you want it. Ah, nailed
He's
it.
fine. I think. This could still bust. That wasn't a taxi, that was a minivan.
That was out for blood. Oh, just... Are we breaking the coin room? Oh, okay.
Thank God, Zoton.
I'm gonna say, that is what we call confidence, if you are breaking the coin. No, the vent!
See, that's just a Giga Chad move. He's so confident he broke the vent.
No, that's like a middle level of confidence. You'll break 2 vents, but not anything else. Like, knowing to the coin exactly how much you'll need in late game.
Hey, his coins are fine.
The coins emote.
Hmm?
The coins emote that I think it's Amber who made it, where it's just the coin grinding on loop.
Barney. Bart Simpson at your service.
Zoton bettors are indeed rich now.
True,
Video A box here. See, and this is why I'm glad I didn't put donuts on anyone.
Oh, and the voters. Well, the bets on Voton, you 27-fold. The donut's gone up 27-fold.
One person put 904 donuts on.
Jolly Jackalope, good job. 904 in, probably about 27k out. Oh, 2700 out.
Hey, LT.
That's hard.
Right now I'm losing. My butt hurts.
Just watching a nice shower now.
Don't have a cow, man.
It's like I don't think Tom does any out of bounds? Question mark.
LT, that's completely fine. Like, if you're not enjoying the run, there's no point in continuing it. Even though that, like, say for example, there is like the average that's necessary and DNFing isn't the greatest idea in the world, there are just sometimes you just don't want to continue, and I respect it.
Yeah, we all gotta acknowledge, like, we're here, you know, winning is secondary, fun is primary, and it's all suffering at Baby Van is tertiary.
Another thing is also to understand that you're not the only person that's DNF'd in this tournament so far.
True. The first person to DNF in a tournament, they're the hero because they like enable it for everyone else.
You'll be fine, LT. Like I can understand why you DNF'd.
Yeah.
Hey, you can eat your biscuit.
Yeah. Let's go. I was like that. Let's not actually linger on the DNF anymore because we don't want to turn it. Like, it might come across poorly if we linger. Let's just follow Zoton. Although I say that as we get to the mission that is least interesting to talk about.
Hey, I failed this in my 130-44.
Maybe I can just use this time to opinions.txt all over the Shark community. Yeah, 7-3, it's a rough mission because it's like the perfect amount of active where you have to pay attention because like failing is totally possible and it will punish you if you fail it. But also like, it's not all hard.
This is too cool for school.
An easy but totally failable mission.
And then there's just sometimes you can just get stuck in a wall. That can happen.
Yeah.
Happen to me.
I don't remember
That
who
actually
it was.
happened to me.
I don't remember who it was, but I remember watching a stream once where someone was on TV pace and Globex just like clipped into the stairs and just like flung itself back out. Like it did a sort of Cletus truck, like upside downing itself on the stairs.
That was in the highlight reel at the start of the tournament.
Yeah, I remember watching it live and then watching it again during the highlight reel and going, God, I remember this. What an awful thing.
You know, that is a good question. Who did come up with the 6-3 being boring thing?
True, someone not running Hundo. A 6-3 becomes, oh god, hit things. Yet another reason why Hundo would be the best category of Char, if not for coin grinding, because it makes missions like this interesting.
Yeah, coin grinding's not that bad. We spent half an ASM run doing it.
Yeah, it's not. It is not as bad as people say, but it is like a bit of a ringer. Yeah, grabbing the vent on the... I was not aware that there was an actual gap in that fence until this tournament.
It's not one of those things you think of.
Yeah, and I actually did, as soon as I discovered it, my immediate thought was like, oh, interesting, so you could potentially grab the vent on the drive to Duff Truck. Yeah. And I think the general conclusion is, it's better than missing the vent, but if you can get the vent and like still catch up to the Krusty Truck, it's better to do it in 6-2.
Yeah, especially because the Axie grind exists as well, where you coin grind the vent at.
Oh boy, that was another moment where I was like, oh god, did Zoton crash? No, it was a moment. Also a good, healthy secondary backup there.
Actually, that's the strat that Zoton goes for the most.
It is. Especially on 150 where you're not at risk of the Duff Truck just climbing on top of you and running away. Internal screaming.
Speaking from experience, are we?
Just this mission, fan. We all have one. We all have that one mission that we just like despise. Tis Duff Truck for me.
Boat Storm for me.
Yeah.
I hate that mission so much.
FMJ is, for a lot of people, it's FMJ, especially for no mission box runners. FMJ is a rough mission.
Honestly, LT, it's a very safe strat, and I'm not surprised that it's a lot of people's strat. It's clean, it's simple, and it's actually really effective as well.
Yeah, I probably think it's rough because if I'm going for it, it's because I've failed the Taffy Shop strat. But also, if you're just not going for it and you're sort of aware, like, ooh, rough hit for FMJ. If you're sort of aware this is what I'm going for, it is actually probably not too bad. Oh, the nose to nose. Oh, I'm getting
opting just to back out. Yeah, don't blame them. Whee!
Skinner is going for a walk, and the classic. I don't know what to refer it when you're trying to reverse and turn around, and the entire universe is in a position to keep you reversing.
See, this is why I hate the Globex.
Oh, you're like me. You despise Globex.
This is my least favorite car.
Same. Ah, someone on my level. Someone on my level of having skill issues.
Excuse me?
Embrace the skill issue. If you embrace it, it no longer has power. Oh, close enough to go for... I can respect the ESS choice there.
It's fair.
Maybe a little far where it isn't like time save worth, but like I can 100% respect that choice.
Yeah, I can as well.
It's bark time. Safe and sound.
I would have never even... I could have finished that mission on top of that phone booth. I would have never considered ESSing there.
Again, Zoton demonstrating why they're like a very quick thinker.
Yeah, that's been the running theme with Zoton, I think, just making some incredibly good calls. But perhaps, you know, quote-unquote better runners would not have also seen. But I say, we praise the runner and then hit and it happens.
I mean, they haven't been busted.
True. We could see another McFly. Zoton not... Ooh, yeah, not going for the regular slightly fast strat rather than the... I always sort of consider this like as on almost a casual fast strat. Like, this is something like someone playing casually and struggling with this mission might consider. Just like skip that one to give yourself like an extra...
Not necessarily. He might have done that in that situation because the thing is, if he has issues with the cops, he may not have enough time to do the fast strat if he fails to bring a fire jump. Not on 50. So honestly, that's a very safe thing they've done, and I applaud them for quick thinking there. You don't want to mess with hit and run on this mission.
Even then, it's basically safe. Like that, I looked at it there. It was 6 seconds that you save, and like, it's amazing how much easier this mission is just by being given 6 seconds to get up and do it quick. Going for the beach boxes, interestingly.
Wants his coins, and I don't even blame them.
Yeah, but then boat jump pauses.
No.
No boat jump.
He just needs Krusty Lou and he's fine. He doesn't need to go for boat jump in this instance. So, considering the fact that Zoton came into this level with vomit-worthy coins, they're going to be leaving this level with phenomenal coins.
Power of a single coin grind. It's like 100 coins, so... Bonk. Bonk. Bonk.
Mini bonk.
This is gonna be like 4... Yeah, like 450. So yeah, that is just Krusty Burger coins, I think.
Yeah, Krusty Burger coins and hitting a few things along the way.
Piece of cake.
I always think it is a bit of a... Whenever I see a runner, you know, just grab a quick gag for a single coin, part of me does like, oh, why would you do that? And then...
This is why.
Yeah, and then you think about all the times you've gotten to buying Zombie Car and you're on like 497, and you just need to like run into a few gravestones and stop signs. You think, if you're in that position, gag's suddenly a very good CPS.
To be fair, and this is also really being fair, you get a lot of coins just by hitting random stuff, and Gordo pointed this out to me the other day, because Gordo pointed out that I was losing around about 100 to 120 coins just from the lack of hitting things.
It would be interesting to sort of pick like a very high level run and just count like exactly where all the coins come from. Like, it would probably be an incredibly boring task and would only be interesting to data nerds like me. To pick a run and just be like, you know, of the 3,500 coins you need. Cutscene skip?
Ooh.
Nice. Yeah, like the 3,500 needs you like X thousand are from boxes, X thousand from Vens, X thousand from Krusty Glass.
A few hundred from hitting junk.
Yeah, it would be legitimately quite interesting. And like 7 from gags.
His coins are so nice.
If someone rocks a PB where they end up at Zombie Car with exactly 500, that'd be a bit of a math challenge.
So, funny fact. If Zoton... No, hang on. Isn't Zoton's PB like a 142 instead of a 144 like I think it is?
It's a 142.50-ish, but I think it's...
Never mind.
Out of boundless?
142 inbounds, yeah. Oh, I thought it was a 144, and I was gonna say if they pull off a 10.08 over 2, they could PP.
I think I'm not sure specifically. The only time I really saw was when I tuned in after my race with Zoton, and I saw that they were driving back in and it like the inbounds way. So there might be some 7-3. I do not know.
No, he just doesn't do out of bounds at all. They do full inbounds. Zoton has played very well this tournament. Like,
oh, that hit and run meter's kind of spooky.
He's fine.
Yeah. As if to flex the hit and run second before mission complete.
Mistakes were made. Get out of my way, jerk-ass. Look, that wasn't part of the deal.
like, Zoton's on-the-fly thinking has definitely been a greatest ally for Zoton in this tournament, and honestly displaying why they're a great runner.
Yeah, I would love to have this level of thinking.
The ability to know when something is going to go wrong, or when something is just about to go wrong, and to be able to plan on the fly is definitely a very, very good tool to have for sure. Especially with how many times Zoton gets busted as well. No offense by that in any means necessary, but I think Zoton's been busted like 4 times and getting pixeled.
Facing the wrong way. Because I think it is quicker just to follow it and not go for that shortcut anyway, because you're hugging the alien car more, but...
In my opinion, at this point here, it's, in my opinion, faster to have the alien car ahead of you and then overtake it here, trying to keep ahead of it as much as possible, having the green bar about half empty while taking the graveyard jump, because it doesn't really get stuck.
After I accidentally deloaded in this mission, I'm never taking that jump again.
You were too far left to neighbors, that's the neighbors jump.
I'm never taking that jump again. Oh, but that's another hit and run.
Hello from the police, good sir. We're here to take your brains and money. Oh!
No! I was about to say that, like, oh, it's not too bad for coins, but also the zombie car is very fragile.
Especially when you're hitting a lot of things as well, like, getting pixeled alone probably dealt about 50% of the zombie car's health.
True, I don't think we'd seen a third person since the pixel, so we wouldn't have known actually what kind of health the zombie car was on.
Getting pixeled anywhere in this mission deals around about half the zombie's car's health. Graveyard deals about 20%, I do believe, the graveyard jump. And then the jump from barn takes, I think, about 10%.
Chat by LP3 that Zoton has been playing within, like, you know, within a thwacking distance of PV pretty much every race so far.
That has actually probably helped him there, because zombie car, alien car did get stuck for a moment there.
Who's saying it wrong now?
Shh, zombie car and alien car sound very similar.
Shush, shush, emote.
Driving is my pet peeve.
I would emote you in real life.
Oh, jumping.
Oh, he's on black fire again.
Okay, no, he's close enough now where he could just stand still. You could, like, yeah, like, the actual mission finish, like, you could be in the barn jump, and you'll finish the mission fine. And no out of bounds, so yeah, we're just having a nice drive through Springfield. Time to cat jam.
You know what I love more than anything?
Oh, good reset. I did the clench of, like, that's gonna hit a wall. Good reset.
I love how consistent Frink's missions are. Every single one of Frink's missions has this theme.
But they're all painful. It's a shame that such a good song is almost solely on missions that make speedrunners scream. So yeah, you got this, you got sellouts, you got 6-3.
That's it.
Yeah, Brian said there was maybe one more, but yeah. Kinky Frankie uses baby band music.
Yeah, that's the only exception for Frink being a part.
Oh, saved it. Oh, saved it.
Butt clench.
Is the way I had a thought recently when I was thinking about my life? Is the waist more or less fragile at different FPSs?
I'd say so, because FPS does affect how fast you can collide into things and the pixels of certain objects. So you could get pixeled on one FPS and not pixeled on another.
True. I wonder if the way sort of has more. I was a bit more tolerance on, because I'd imagine lower FPSs probably would have more fragile waist. Because you generally hit things softer on higher FPS.
Yeah, I'd be inclined to agree until the stats prove me wrong.
Yeah.
Because I will admit, sometimes I feel like I've just touched a hearse ever so slightly and it still blows the waist up on 7-7. It's just like, how? I barely touched you.
Oh, no, there's no waste. Zoton was just like barreling into a hearse there, and my brain went, the waste! Like, no, we're not. This is not a waste mission. And a hit and run!
Zoton's just taking the waste of the other, spaceship.
This is shot in reverse mode, where you have to deliver the waste to the power plant.
Nuclear power is best power.
Nuclear? It's pronounced nuclear. And a bust.
How? I'm so confused. I don't get this game anymore. I mean, at least we don't have to listen to credits music.
Dun, 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 dun,
Oh,
dun,
no.
dun, dun, dun. And the T-posing Homer falls to the ground. No!
Nice. God, doesn't the climb sound so boring without any music?
I disagree. I'm on the edge of my seat. The climb is...
I said sound so boring.
Yeah, the climb. Yeah.
Like, without milking the pigs or the credits music, the climb just sounds so boring.
Oh, reset to fix the car again. I would not have thought of that.
Yeah? Whee! Interesting camera.
I need a disco nap.
See, now if Zoton did 5B, he could have done 7-5 out of bounds.
Pain. Why would you want to do hover car climb twice in one run?
I was tempted to do it. I was so tempted to do it for a laugh, but then I was on decent pace. I was just like, no, I actually want to try.
Why would you want to do the climb twice? It's painful.
For memes. And because it's free on 60.
Internal screaming.
You're questioning me now, aren't you?
Internal screaming.
You're welcome. Good luck sleeping with that one.
I still need to grab that screenshot of the police hearse out of bounds and just post it and be like, even out of bounds you're not safe from having the waste blown up by police.
Ew.
I think it must have been
I want to watch.
I'm pretty sure it was that race.
I want to watch that. I really want to watch that back. Zoton looking for a decent 150 here.
It has been an interesting set of races today. We had the
cookbook.
We had your race early on that was on fire. We had the Homer Steel Clifford race where Shib Skip got live on Speed Simpsons.
Oh wait,
blowing my mind. Yeah.
Nice. Must be nice having a track named after you.
Well, nobody else calls it that, but I will insist on calling it that.
This town is going to pay for this.
Who's next? Who is next, actually? The next race is Critch versus Tim's at 9 p.m. That's gonna be so good.
Honestly, I was about to say this whole week coming up is good. This whole tournament's good. Have we got any more? Yeah, and then Derek and Finn after that.
We're here for your brains. No, I mean your money. You know what'd be funny is if, like, just for a laugh, it would, like, you know, like how it comes up the busted thing and it's like 50 coins, right? In Homer 2 it came up with a brain symbol instead, you know, because it's like the zombie hearses.
Are they zombie police? We're gonna get in Sharvor again, which we have reached this topic a surprising amount of times this race.
I think so.
Are the police in 7-7 zombies?
I mean,
I guess because they're in hearses.
And they do rise from the graveyard.
True, they do emerge from the graveyard.
Like,
I don't think they intentionally do that.
I
but
know
you
that's
are correct.
that's definitely not intended, but I do love to feel like the hearses are zombie driven, and that's why they rise from the grave.
True, that is accidental mechanical storytelling in chat.
You're welcome. I'll take my leave.
Yeah, that is. Damn.
You're not gonna see that the same way now if you see cops in the graveyard.
No, I'll just see it and just go like, ah, pain, my waist.
They're rising from the dead to steal my waist.
This town is going to
Not my waist.
Oh, just do 7/7 return out bounds, then you don't have to go near that with any waste on you.
I
Just-
trust.
Just
we now,
forehead.
listen, we now know that the hearses can get out of bounds. No one's safe out of bounds anymore.
Good stuff.
Very close to hit and run here. Yeah, he's deciding to take this slower now.
Although the
Still
traffic
getting it
laws-
though.
Oh, he skips the stop sign. Imagine if the game punished you for blowing stop signs.
got to learn to enjoy my glory more often.
That would be a new way to blow the waste. Just missing the ramp.
Where'd you get that?
Oh, that was a moment.
Back in my day, we called sandwiches Flat Freddy. They cost 4 playing cards a bite.
And we're in the home stretch.
And people say I'm slow. Wait a minute, that was an insult. I blame society. How about them apples?
Now we can all just sit in solemn contemplation of the dialogue. 7/7.
I
Also,
bet this one's gonna be busted 2 more times.
Yeah. I'll just appreciate Grandpa's dialogue.
I will always forever laugh that one time while I was doing a no reset. The final jump into the tractor beam, Grandpa went, wee! It still makes me laugh thinking about it.
I thought you were gonna say that like you blew the waist after failing the jump and hitting the back wall, that's a real casual moment.
Take me alive, I tell ya.
Thankfully, I've not done that, so I can't relate to that one.
We had to say diggity, 'cause the cops
Ah.
had stolen our word 20.
Grandpa going into the beam and saying, "This is the greatest day of my life."
That's funny, Spruce. Yeah, you got a point there.
That's a good.
What combination of we and this was the greatest day of my life?
Oh, Zoton one hit from another hit and run. The zombie eating
There we
so
go.
hard. Ah, my man.
Somebody tell me.
Oh, good save.
Oh, hello. We're going this way now.
Nope, nope.
They want his brains.
Oh, good evasive maneuver. Going to the Cletus. Go to the Cletus. Oh! Oh, I love watching 7/7.
It's
There's nothing
so
quite
thrilling.
like watching someone blasting their way through 7/7.
This car is my favorite car to drive. Like
It's like-
any
it's-
stretch.
It's such a moment of Shah empathy where all runners all people who have ran this game, watching a 7/7 return, just simultaneously just going, ah! if they're about to hit something.
It's so easy though to blow up the waste in this mission. Like you could hit a lamppost. I'm referencing an accident on this one, and you could just blow up the waste on a lamppost.
Oof.
Cookbook.
Oh, no. GG.
He's going for it. He wants it.
Go, go, go! No!
Why me?
I reckon if he'd have been in the air when that animation was going to play, he might have just skimmed it. Also, yeah, 149.57. GG.
GG's to Zoton, your winner of match 5 of Globex.
Hello. I hear I win.
You did indeed win.
I mean, that was kind of obvious from before, but yes, I'm glad to have finished. I don't know if that run, I think that run was a though, but
Oh.
where, I have no clue.
Yeah, shout outs to the people who bet on you winning, who have just got a 20.
Yeah, why was I don't know, why was the bet so, like, it looked like it was like 4% for me, and like, I thought my people better than LTs, so I thought people would bet the other way, but
on a race like this, on a race that is relatively even on the standings, people tend to bet relatively conservatively. So all it takes is like one all in to just like throw the whole thing off.
I'm just trying to look where I lost. Oh, sorry, say that.
I would say like compared to like if it was a one-sided match where everyone will just go all in. So basically, it always looks the way it is.
So I failed Vox Nerduli, right, or Nerduli?
Yeah, Vox Nerduli.
I was 51 seconds ahead before that, and then after I was ahead by 4 seconds still. So
wow,
I'm surprised that didn't sellouts was in the red, but only barely out of level 3 plus 111 out of Marge plus 54. So I saved a bit of time out of a poo. I didn't properly do the split for the cutscene, so if I'd have got the cutscene skip, I would have been plus 157 out of that, and then obviously out of Part 2, I was plus 531. What did I do?
coin grinding.
The weird thing is, apparently, Curious Curator was, like I said, 150. Oh, I see. It's because of the cutscene. Yeah, that's why I've got plus 419 on going to the loo.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, because the cutscene actually eats into
and then, yeah, I had to do coin grinding and Full Metal Jackass. Went a bit weirdly. And I fell down on the level on climbing up on what mission is that? What is that mission? I forget which one that is. There's something about Monty.
Something about Monty.
I will be honest. Going into a poo, your coins made me want to vomit.
Your coins were pretty spicy.
So bad.
Well, I'm sad to see that LT didn't, finish, but hopefully,
respect on saying like I'm just done with this.
It was
at least it wasn't a life emergency, and it was just
that was actually
video
like
game.
My concern, which was like, this is something going on.
Yeah.
Also, I've just noticed LT's profile pic on Speed Simpsons, because the moon is now being covered by a cloud, but the moon makes it look like he has a hook hand.
We have Captain Hook LT.
Total sodding tangent.
The only other things I commentate on mine were you kept saying how good my resourceful was, or however you'd say it. I was quick thinking. There was one thing that I did, at least one thing. On which mission is it? On Bart? On Lisa. On what is it? Operation Hellfish, right? Where you blow up the cars. I blew up the car because I wanted the coins.
Again.
And I was like, why is it so damaged? Oh yeah, because that damage as well. So,
I'm not gonna lie.
You were consistently making good calls. You were making good calls throughout that whole thing.
The reason
I think thanks.
The reason, personally, I thought that was a deliberate action on your behalf was because at the speed that you turned from trying to get damage on the sedan to getting the car bomb, I was just like, this is so big brain of a split-second decision, going for the car bomb to deal massive damage and get coins at the same time. This is why I thought like it was a very resourceful thing.
Well, let's pretend that was what I did. Let's pretend that I did both. Yeah.
It was just the speed at how fast you changed from trying to damage the sedan to get the car bomb. That's the
I think I wasn't going to push it into the wall, so I realized that there was no point in trying to push it into the wall, so I started to go the normal way it would go, and then I saw the car on fire, the smoking car, and I was like, okay, time to load up. For coins, obviously, because I'd been busted 3 times by then, right? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that went pretty bad, the busting, but I'm known for getting a lot of hit and runs, apparently.
I mean...
Except last race I got a load and didn't get busted once, so... I don't remember if there's any other comments you had that I heard that I'd want to say. I know on one of the missions in Part 2 I went and did ESS, right? On Full Metal Jackass. Yeah, that was intentional. Saw the booth.
Yeah, that was very quick thinking on your behalf.
I think it might have been slightly too far away, to be honest, but...
It was a little bit, but at the same time...
I don't know how long the camera takes in comparison to running there and selecting it.
So if you're right next to a booth, it takes 3 seconds. The camera pan in for 6.6 is 4, and you took 2 seconds running to the booth. So you lost a second, but at the same time, it looked snazzy.
Yeah, sure. Otherwise, yeah, didn't skip a poo cutscene. That's annoying. I wasn't in first person because apparently it's harder on that. I guess it's harder on the FPS as well.
I think it is harder on higher FPS. I think it was also a combination of you may have just been thinking, "Dear Christ, I nearly just got busted." That was probably
Maybe
also
I didn't
mine.
alt tab. Like I was fine with that, so I could have just waited. But I'm on a laptop right now, and I like to use my S key on my keyboard, and it's tiny on this, so I need to use my controller or map it to something else. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's tiny. Otherwise, I don't have much else to say.
Yeah, GG's to both runners. Next race, we looked this up like 10 seconds ago and I've forgotten.
Twitch
Chris
versus
Timms.
Tim's.
Chris Timms, Group Apu. It's going to be spicy. Y'all want to be here?
Comms.
Yeah, it's gonna be so good. We just gotta everybody go out. If you're in Britain, put some food in your tummies. If you're in another part of the country, go do whatever you need to do.
Why are you not allowed to eat unless you're in Britain?
Because
that's a good point.
I don't have a snappy response. Let's just all leave. Thank you very much.
I assumed you meant because of the time, but
yeah. Everyone
Or
else,
the
thank you for showing up. Thank you, Towson, for the restream. Silent MVP of every race, the restreamer.
Thanks for everyone for everything. There you go. That's me covered.
All right, thank you very much. We'll see y'all next time.
See ya.